No nonsense gin drinking. All gin, no nonsense.
Hello gin lovers, welcome back. I'm Bobby Freeman and today, my friends, is the penultimate gin in our Argentinian gin series here, which I've enjoyed immensely because I've been genuinely blown away by the quality of Argentinian gins. I didn't know they were so keen on gin and produce so many brilliant ones. However, we never know, today might be the first stumbling block. Let's find out anyway. This, my friends, is called Gin Inmigrante. I think that's how it's pronounced. So what about in a Spanish kind of accent? Was it Inmigrante? That's more Italian, isn't it? I'll just stick to the English accent. And again, as with all the others, they were provided by Dr. Surgeon, who does his own YouTube channel. I'll put a link to it in the section below. He's absolutely brilliant. You should definitely go and check him out. And he's a very nice man as well, and extremely handsome. And to be honest, as with the other gins, I know nothing about these whatsoever. All I know is it's got a picture of a blue tree on the front, and I'll tell you why. Well, actually, I won't tell you why because I have, again, like I said, absolutely no idea. However, I can tell you one thing, we're going to bloody well find out. So let's find out a little bit about it on the website, shall we? The botanicals from Inmigrante Gin are obtained using cold infusion for 23 hours. Now, if you don't know what cold infusion is, it's instead of steaming it and using a copper pot still and all that, it's literally just putting it in, I don't know, some sort of receptacle and letting it just stew there for, well, 23 hours in this case. We use a hydroalcoholic solution of water and premium cereal alcohol with 3 distillations prior to passing through the alembic. I definitely know what that word means. Bottled at 45% ABV to preserve its peculiar aroma and flavour. It's presented on the nose. I love that way of putting it. Presented on the nose. I say, instead of just saying, oh, it smells like something. No. It's presented on the nose. Goodness me, has someone farted? I've got a waft of shit presented on my nose. Presented on the nose with lemon rind and hints of juniper. Smooth and full-bodied juniper berries, cardamom and licorice are perceived first in the mouth, coriander and notes of pepper on the tip of the tongue. A long finish of classic gin that is perfect in cocktails. So that sounds pretty good to me. There's nothing, I think this is going to be more of a core gin, It's not going to be sort of out there with weird and strange flavours in there. It's just going to be your standard kind of Tanqueray, Sipsmith's, Beefeater kind of gin. So let's see how it gets on, shall we? So let's try and peel this thing off the top. Oh, I think it's going to come off beautifully today. Oh, no trouble at all. And we are rewarded with the cork test. So my friends, the Argentine cork test, we've had that before. I suppose we could do it again. Like my friends, here we go once more. The Argentine cork test.
The Argentine cork test.
So do we have a squeak? Here we go. Oh dear, no squeak at all. That's a very, very smooth turn there. There's going to be no squeak there whatsoever. However, does it have a good pull? Here we go. Oh my God, come on. Oh, it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't like a bit of a thunk. It was like more like a sort of a, I don't know, like an ill hamster just coughing gently. But anyway, of course, all that doesn't matter at all because we all know it's just a bit of fun. So then, let's get it in the old glass, shall we? Pour, pour, pour. There we go. Not much of a glug glug sound. It doesn't matter. Let's have a little sniff. I should probably waft it around like that, like wine taster do, shouldn't I? I don't know if it does any good, but here we go. I really sniffed that one really deep down. I don't know why, because I thought I might get a bit more of like a that sort of reaction, because it does say 45%, but it doesn't smell particularly strong. What I'm getting, as I thought, just kind of your fairly usual gin aromas, but I'd probably say lemon is coming to the fore on it. I got to go. Yeah, that's kind of just a nice, good gin smell with a little bit touch more lemon, which, let's face it, is never a bad thing. So let's get the old tonic in there, which is also never a bad thing. I've not got much in there, have I? So I'm just going to do a tiny splash, I think, about that much. So here we go, my friend. Thank you, of course, to Dr. Surgeon again for bringing me this gin from all the way from Argentina. And, of course, thank you to my patrons, of which he is one, and indeed my YouTube members, because you guys are all paying for the gin on this show and keeping it going. So here we go. This is, what's it called again? Inmigrante Gin, all the way from Argentina. I say to you all, cheers. Here we go. Ooh, wow. I will say this, it certainly tastes a lot stronger than it smells, because you've got to, I can still feel it. It tastes a lot stronger than it is actually. I'd say it tastes almost more like a navy strength. It's left kind of a sort of a singe on the back of my tongue, which I like in a gin. I like gin to have balls and kind of sort of get in there and sort of, to cause a bit of damage. Well, maybe not damage, but I think you know what I mean. Leave a kind of a lasting mark, if you like, and it certainly does that. Let me have another go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, as I suspected, there's not going to be a lot to write home about on this one. This is a core gin. So when you're comparing it to we're going to be comparing it to things like Beefeater, as I say, and Sitsmith and the standard Tanqueray. So how does it differ from them? Well, as I say, first of all, it's just the strength, really. I'd say the lemoniness is not so apparent when you drink it as with the aroma, but it's definitely there. I'd say it's similar to kind of a Beefeater with a little bit more balls and perhaps a touch more lemon and maybe a little bit spicier as well. Just a slight tingle. It wasn't not even a tingle, maybe even a sort of a delicate hum of spiciness in there. But say the spicy scale is that was up really high, like we had one last week, the Catsmith one, that was like boom, 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 boom. That was like kind of like that. This one's kind of more just sort of hovering a low sort of spiciness. On the spicy Richter scale, it's more like a sort of a tremor rather than a spicy earthquake, if you can imagine such a thing. But on the whole, not bad at all. As I say, it's not going to be an in-depth one because it's not sort of super original, it's just kind of a core gin. So let's crack on and just go straight into the trying it neat. Out of my beautiful, beautiful, no-nonsense gin drinking mug, which I don't mind telling you, nobody buys. No one's bought it by clicking on the section below yet, but as I say, Christmas is coming. And you could also buy this extraordinary no-nonsense gin drinking metal tumbler with a sealed top. So if you want to go out around and about, you don't want to spill your drinks, if you're a certain sort of person that likes to drink in the street, I feel I'm straying into an area I'll probably get into trouble for here, but that could be handy if you want gin on the go. And also, if you would like to advertise the fact that you enjoy Old Freeman here on no-nonsense gin drinking, don't forget to buy my phone case. It's of extremely poor quality, but it would make me a very small profit. Anyway, less poor sales technique, more trying neat gin. So here you go. Ooh, the lemon is back. So the lemon we had in the aroma definitely coming to the fore now. Really, that's really quite a lemony gin, I'd say, which is nice. It's really nice, but interesting that oh yeah, really kind of, lemony. Which is interesting that it didn't sort of come to the fore with the tonic. Very strange. However, you do taste, again, very kind of hot and burnt. My tongue feels like it's kind of a little bit on fire at the moment. So it's I'd say, that's not a bad neat gin, actually. I think there's more going on for which is kind of unusual and again goes against my theory of tonic unlocking the flavours. But I'd say for my neat gin drinkers out there, you would probably enjoy this in the neat. And out of the two, I think I probably would as well. However, my friends, now we come on to the rather interesting issue of price, because as we know, Argentinian gins are remarkably cheap compared to the ones here in Europe. And I can tell you now, this little fellow will cost you, if you're in Argentina, 2,400 Argentinian pesos. And I have enormous pleasure in telling you that here in the UK, that amounts to £12, which is about $15 and 15 euros, which I'm pretty sure that breaks the record for the cheapest gin we have ever had on the show. So I am very, very pleased to have that on the show every day of the week. I won't be having it on every day of the week. It's just a turn of phrase, but I think you know what I mean. So guys, that was a fairly sort of mundane run-of-the-mill review, because it is a fairly run-of-the-mill gin, let's be fair. But when you bring that super, super low price into it, that kind of changes things. Because as I say, it's a kind of Beefeatery, Tanqueray sort of core, just gin drinkers gin. But when you put it at that price, that suddenly changes things. So if you've got the choice between Beefeater, Tanqueray, Sitsmith or whatever, Plymouth or something like that, and you've got this that's even cheaper, but stronger in ABV and a little bit tweaked on the citrus as well, so a bit more going on. There's literally there's no competition. It's a no-brainer. I would go for that one 100 times. As I said, every day of the week. So from what was a rather mundane-looking bottle, we still don't know what the blue tree's about, but to be honest, I don't care. I don't give two hoots. I don't give, as my dad used to say, a monkey's left testicle about what that tree is. All I care about is that's a brilliant gin with a bit more kind of power behind it, bit more lemon, and a damn sight cheaper than Beefeater. And you, my friends, you cannot get better than that. So guys, what a fascinating video today. I've loved doing these Argentinian gins. We've got one left. It might be next week, might be the week after, I don't know. But either way, it's been absolutely amazing. So thank you again to Dr. Surgeon to sending for bringing these gins over. We met up actually, we had a little drink and he brought them over for me. And thank you to everyone else for watching the video. If you've enjoyed it, found it useful, informative, or anything else, don't forget to hit the like button on the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and of course if you want to support the show like Dr. Surgeon does, head over to my Patreon page or click this button below to join that button down there to join the YouTube members. But until next time guys, thank you for watching. You all know the drill. Take care, stay safe. Thank you to all my patrons and my members, and keep drinking the gin.